Welcome, viewers, to a journey into nature's most awesome powers. In this episode, we'll dive into the top 10 worst thunderstorms that have ever hit our planet. Get ready to witness nature's raw power, where winds howl and rain pours down like a waterfall. Our first stop takes us to the western Pacific Ocean, a vast area known for its peaceful beauty and calm waters. But in October 1979, this peace turned into swirling chaos. We are witnessing the birth of Super Typhoon Tip, one of the most powerful and largest tropical cyclones ever recorded. The storm started as a small disturbance but quickly grew into a monstrous force. This storm stretched across an amazing 2,200 kilometers, which is almost half the size of the United States. Tip's size and power were unheard of, and it was a terrifying sight to watch the storm develop. Almost half of the United States would fit under the storm, which highlights the enormous scale of this typhoon. The power of nature was at its most impressive and destructive here. With wind speeds of 305 kilometers per hour, Tip left a trail of destruction in its path across the Pacific Ocean. The high waves and hurricane winds made the sea extremely dangerous for anyone out there. Luckily, the full force of Tip stayed away from densely populated areas, limiting the damage on land. Coastal cities breathed a sigh of relief as the storm passed, but the impact on shipping and fishing was significant. Fishing boats were damaged or destroyed, and the rough seas made it almost impossible to navigate. The aftermath of Tip was a reminder of nature's raw power and humanity's vulnerability. We travel to the eastern Pacific Ocean, where Hurricane Patricia appeared in October 2015. In just 24 hours, Patricia went from a tropical storm to a Category 5 hurricane, with wind speeds of 345 kilometers per hour. The coast of Mexico held its breath as Patricia approached, but the hurricane made landfall in a sparsely populated area. Still, the effects were felt, with floods and landslides causing significant damage. Our journey takes us to the South Pacific Ocean, where we witnessed Cyclone Winston in February 2016. This storm battered the Fiji Islands with wind speeds of up to 285 kilometers per hour and gusts of 325 kilometers per hour. Houses were destroyed, crops washed away, and infrastructure shattered, leaving thousands homeless. However, the resilience of the Fijian people became clear in the storm's aftermath. We returned to the western Pacific Ocean, where we witnessed Typhoon Haiyan in November 2013. Warm ocean temperatures and low wind shear allowed Haiyan to gain strength unimpeded. The result was a typhoon with wind speeds of 315 kilometers per hour, one of the strongest storms ever to make landfall. Our journey takes us to the Atlantic Ocean, where we witness Hurricane Katrina in August 2005. This storm caused catastrophic flooding, especially in New Orleans. Katrina underwent rapid intensification over the warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico and became a Category 5 storm. New Orleans levees broke, flooding much of the city. We traveled to the Bay of Bengal, where we witnessed Cyclone Nargis in May 2008. Nargis made landfall as a very severe cyclonic storm, with wind speeds of about 165 kilometers per hour. The Irrawaddy Delta was inundated by a wall of water which destroyed houses, crops, and infrastructure. We returned to the Atlantic Ocean, where we witnessed the merging of Hurricane Sandy in October 2012. Sandy originated as a hurricane in the Caribbean Sea and made its way north along the east coast of the United States. As it approached the northeastern states, Sandy began to merge with a cold front and a low-pressure area, transforming it into a massive and powerful extratropical cyclone. We traveled to China, where we witnessed Typhoon Nina in August 1975. Nina made landfall as a Category 3 typhoon, with wind speeds of about 195 kilometers per hour. For days, Henan was battered by torrential rains, causing rivers and reservoirs to overflow and causing massive flooding. Entire villages were swept away, crops destroyed, and infrastructure ruined, leaving millions homeless. We returned to Africa, where we witnessed Cyclone Idai in March 2019. This powerful storm brought unprecedented devastation, leaving a trail of chaos in its wake. This storm hit Mozambique, Zimbabwe, and Malawi, and was one of the deadliest tropical cyclones ever to hit the southern hemisphere. The impact was enormous, with thousands of people losing their homes and entire communities destroyed. Idai originated as a tropical depression off the coast of Mozambique and rapidly intensified into an intense tropical cyclone. Within days it reached Category 4 status, with winds peaking at 195 kilometers per hour. The storm surge that accompanied Idai was devastating, flooding large parts of Beira and the surrounding areas. The floods caused not only material damage, but also a humanitarian crisis, with thousands of people in urgent need of assistance. The aftermath of the cyclone left a lasting impression on the affected countries, which are still recovering from the damage. Our final stop takes us back to the Atlantic Ocean, where we witness Hurricane Irma in September 2017. Irma originated as a tropical wave off the coast of Africa and rapidly intensified into a Category 5 hurricane, with wind speeds of 295 kilometers per hour. The hurricane devastated the Windward Islands, hit Puerto Rico, and caused significant damage in Cuba and Florida. As our journey through the annals of the world's most terrifying thunderstorms comes to an end, we realize how small we are compared to the immense forces of nature. We reflect on the immense power of nature, which can both fascinate and frighten us. The lightning flashes that illuminate the sky remind us of the unpredictability and beauty of these phenomena. We have seen the devastating consequences of these storms, the streets flooded by heavy rainfall, and the communities affected by hurricanes and tornadoes. The cities that have been leveled show us the vulnerability of our infrastructure and the need to be better prepared for such disasters. And the lives that have been destroyed remind us of the human cost of these storms. We see people searching through the rubble, looking for survivors and precious belongings, but we have also seen the resilience of the human spirit, the ability to rebuild and recover. People hugging each other, volunteers helping with reconstruction show us the power of community and solidarity. The ability to rebuild and recover is a testament to our determination and perseverance. Recovery efforts and the rebuilding of houses after devastation show that we don't give up easily. Let us cherish the lessons we have learned from these encounters with the power of nature. The sunset after the storm reminds us that there is always hope, even after the darkest times. And let us work together for a more resilient future. By working together, we can build communities that are more resistant to the forces of nature and create a better world for future generations.